Hello guys, Fuzzfinger here, welcome back to Final Fantasy X. And just before we continue, just a reminder that we need to reach the target number of likes as listed in the annotation, and I will get the next episode uploaded as soon as that happens. That's just to show your support for this series, that you do want it to continue, etc, etc. So today we're going to continue on with the Mushroom Rock Road, and we've just reached this save point here outside the command centre, which we shall be approaching in a moment. We do have a boss coming up, and since I haven't done so up to this point, I would like to just illustrate where my characters are in terms of development and where I recommend that you should be at this point in the playthrough. Don't be too scared by the 17 hours time played. I have been doing quite a bit of blitzball in between episodes, as well as grinding at my characters, but it's not all grinding that's added that time to the hours there, or added all the hours to the time I should say. So at this point I'd say you definitely want all your characters to be over the 1000 hit point mark. We can see that Tidus has got the lowest amount of the party here, but he still has over 1000. Some of the things I recommend you have at this point is make sure that Yuna has Prey. I think that's this one over here. Yep. Make sure that she's developed enough to at least have that up to this point. And the other thing I recommend is, just go off that, on Wakka, you should already have the ability. Is that this one here? No, that's Sleep Attack. Okay, it's way back here, so you should have it by now anyway. Goodness knows where that is. There it is, look, Extractability. That is so useful, and you definitely want to make sure you pick that up, don't go past it, along with some of these other abilities as well. Sleep Attack is always useful, so I recommend that you definitely have that by this point of the game. And if we go over to Lulu, you definitely want Blizzard R, Thunder R, Fire and Water R. If you don't want to grind all of those, I highly recommend at least Fire, since that's going to come in extremely useful on the upcoming boss. And so long as you have all that, then we should be ready to continue. So with that said, we're going to head straight into the lift here and see what awaits at the top. Sorry about that, I was drinking a cup of tea at the same time, so... Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, in the last area you can get the Albed Primer number 10. Is it Albed Primer they're called? I think so, isn't it? Yeah, Albed Primer number 10, and that's in the previous area, where you sort of go around the circular bit before heading to the save point. So I recommend that you do such a thing. Right, so where are we? Just let me try and get my bearings here. Okay, we're on the plateau, so just move forward and we get this little cutscene.
Curses! Ow! Ugh.
He really hates them, huh?
Chapu. He left the sword Wakka gave him in Besaid, and he fought with an Albed Machina weapon instead.
That's got nothing to do with it. I just hate these sacrilegious contraptions.
Okay, so I don't think there's any items to get around here. Just double check down this section, but I don't think so. I guess if there is, it would just be a case of talking to people anyway. No, there's not going to be anything. La 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 la. Nah, I'm going to take that as a no, so we're just going to head straight for the objective. which should hopefully bring us out at the ridge area. So we can speak to some more individuals if we so want to.
It won't work anyway.
Don't say that.
Hmm.
It might be a hopeless campaign, and it might mean defying Yevon. But the Crusaders and the Al-Bhed, they're doing their best to defeat sin. They want to rid Spira of sin forever. And that's just what we want too, isn't it? Isn't it?
All right. But I still think Mackinac are bad news. They're forbidden for a reason.
Lady Summoner, there you are. The command center is that way. Maester Keenock is also there.
Maester Keenock too?
Yes. Please, hurry, my lady.
Okie dokie. So not much to do here actually. Just keep heading on. There is a save sphere we can use. Make sure that none of these people have anything interesting to say. And you? Apparently not, no. Look who it is. It's a Waka, and he's actually got a couple of useful items this time.
Things are selling no matter what the price.
If you can afford them, that is.
Sorry, I forgot.
So one thing I would recommend is probably the Avenger because of the counter-attack ability. Very useful for Tidus, so every time he's attacked. I'm not sure if it's every time or if it's just a chance, but he has at least a chance to counter-attack any physical attacks. You've got the Sentry, which has the Initiative ability, which basically gives you an extra chance at preemptive strike. So if you've got the money, you might want to pick that up as well. And there's a couple of other useful items in the list also. But for now, I'm just going to pick up the Avenger, and we shall equip it. And just before we do anything else, I don't want to miss anything. I'm not going to save just yet because I think we'll get another opportunity to.
Please check all your equipment.
You all right?
Of course not. I came here to fight sin, but they stick me here.
If you want to prove yourself.
Huh?
First, you must complete the tasks you are given.
Right, we can talk to them again.
Just doing what they say, it just won't be enough.
Now, we're going to have two options, or two choices to make here. If we choose the bottom choice both times, then Garter is going to die. Now, if we make any other decision, then Lutzu will die. Either way, it doesn't make any difference as far as I'm aware to how the game pans out. So we're going to go for both options. Both bottom options.
I'll do something, even if it means bending the rules. I've got to show Lutzu what I can do.
There we have it. That's the first thing done. There's a couple of chests around here. If I can find them. They might just be on the inside actually. They can be hard to see. Let's just go in.
Oh, I'd heard from Seymour, but I didn't know if we'd actually meet. Good to see you, Oren. 10 years, is it?
That's Wen Keenock, one of the 4 maesters of Yevon. He leads the warrior monks, and also commands the Crusaders.
All troops ready to move at your command, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
Sir.
Tell me, Oren, where have you been the last 10 years?
We don't have time for this now, do we?
This plan won't work, you know that. We'll just let them dream a little longer.
What?
Lord Keenock.
Oh, yes. Proceed.
That Keenock a maester?
I heard that, Oren. A lot has happened the last 10 years. What were you doing and where?
Fulfilling a promise I made to a friend. I still am.
Just tell me one thing. Have you seen Zanarkand?
I kinda think we don't belong here.
It is time at last. We must tell the Al-Bed waiting outside to begin the operation at once. The fiends may break through. This place is not safe. Make sure you're prepared to defend yourselves. Tell me when you're ready.
Right, so speaking to that guard is going to initiate the next battle. But as I said, there are a couple of chests around here. However, trying to find them can be tricky. But here's one. Actually, that wasn't too bad to find, really, was it? That's our Mega Potion. And there's a Serene Bracelet around here somewhere. That's the dude we need to speak to. But not just yet. Not just yet. Where's that other chest? Come on, chest, where are you? Ah. I think I can see it. Yeah, just have to try and find the right way to get there. And of course, before we speak to that guard, I'm going to just nip over to the save point. For the next boss, the only physical attacks that are going to help are performed by weapons that have the piercing ability. So as you probably guessed, that's going to be Auron. Yep. Where is he? There's the one. Right, you've got Shimmering Blade. I think that'll do nicely, to be honest with you. Yep, that's going to be just the ticket, I would say. And as far as formation goes, we shall keep Lulu. Bring Yuna in for the healing, and Tidus. Obviously, we'll switch them about a bit to get full AP for the party. But I think that's probably a good start, and with that I think we can save. So as I suggested at the start of this episode, make sure Lulu has at least the fire ability. The reason being, it's going to make, well, I'll explain when the actual battle starts. I don't want to spoil things just yet. But I think we've done everything we need to do now, so let's see how this goes. I can't quite... We have the ancient Machina, the succeed, something like that. Anyway, I'm not going to bother trying to read the rest. Thought it was this dude we talked to. Apparently not. Must be this guy.
Are you ready?
Ah, there we go. Yes, we are.
Mr. Keenock, please.
Will Sin come?
Sin always returns for its spawn. To make sure, we're going to encourage them to call out to it.
You won't have to. It'll come.
I remembered Oren telling me. Sin is my old man. Sin is Jecht.
Okay, this is the Sinspawn Gui, and it has a head, 2 arms, and a torso. So, with that said, how do we defeat this thing? Well, we need to kill the arms, because while the arms are up, there's just too much damage going to be incoming. What I'm thinking, actually, is I'm going to throw a haste on Yuna. Sorry, not on Yuna, on Lulu. Because the arms have 800 hit points each. Now the trick is basically going to be, let's just throw a cure on Tidus there, that one fire from Lulu will kill an arm. So we're going to see how that works out now. Let's see if we can kill the, see whether it doesn't matter which one we kill first, and I don't think. There we go, look. We get the overkill there. Now they do regenerate, that's the only thing, but we do get free reign when the arms are down. 700 points of damage, that's excessive. But we'll get both those arms destroyed. The head is moving suspiciously, lovely.
I'll cast a spell at its head.
Okay, Lulu's going to cast a spell at its head, apparently. Right, so Yuna is going to cure Lulu because she took tremendous damage then. Tidus we're going to get rid of. We're going to bring Oron in. And we're going to power break. Now, as you can see, we need to kill the torso, which has got 12,000 hit points, so a fairly nasty thing. I'm just going to check here. Okay, we need to actually bring Waka in, because if we don't attack the head immediately, we're going to get a nasty poison attack. So every time, strike the head to disable its venom, so every time somebody says it's behaving suspiciously, that's what we have to do. And that's what we've done. So now the head stops moving. Which means we can focus once again on the torso. Well, once again the first time actually. And 1,000 points a turn. This could take a little bit of a beating before it's defeated. But that's all good. We're going to bring Oron in a moment, and he will power break the torso. In fact, I'm going to get rid of Yuna temporarily. We'll bring Oron in here. He can power break. Remember, he's the only one who can do damage with his weapon. Tidus is going to be pretty darn useless at the moment. So Kimari, well, he can just land sets. Then we've got the boss attack. And I might bring Tidus back in just to haste people up again. Demi's never a nice spell. So we're going to fire it once again. Now the head is moving suspiciously. So we're pretty much going to have to just use a normal fire spell to save mana there on the head. The head stops moving, wonderful. Right, we're going to say goodnight to Kimari. And who did I say I was going to bring in? Was it Yuna? Yeah, I think it was. But I wonder if Tidus' overdrive's going to do much. May as well try it, hadn't we? Let's see what happens. 900 points of damage. It could have been a lot worse, I'd have to say that. The arms have regenerated. Okay, we need to get them defeated. Right then, so Lulu can take out the first arm again. Still got lots of MP, so we're doing okay. It's a little bit of a slog, this battle. Mainly because of these appendages we need to keep getting rid of. But other than that, I think we're all good. Right then, so Tidus, not Tidus, Auron can attack the torso. Okay, yeah, don't do much with the arms up. Good point. Right then, Tidus is now going to start buffing our characters. Mainly Auron, who will be doing physical damage to the torso once this arm has been defeated, which is about now, I would say. You can see now why I suggested you get Fire, because if it took 4 turns of Lulu to kill these arms, then this battle is just going to get dragged out horrendously. We're going to bring Unit in, start getting some cures going. I'm tempted to use an Aeon at this point. Maybe we could. No, not just yet. We'll get Lulu's overdrive in use. Ah, okay, the head is moving suspiciously, so we're going to need to get a fire spell going on that. Which is a little bit annoying, but there you have it. Right, Auron. Probably time for another power break now, I'd say. We're down to 7,600 health. Lulu. Let's use her limit break, shall we? Fire Fury, that's what I want to do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 could have been better. Right, we need to get a cure on Auron, I would say. I recommend, by the way, that you change some of your limits from Stoic to Warrior, which means they will build up not when they do damage, when the character does damage, but takes damage. Sorry, not when the character takes damage, but does damage. It actually works out a lot better, believe it or not. Right then, we're under half now, which is nice to see. And what I'm probably going to do now is use Yuna's limits, at least in a moment. Probably going to get the arms back. Okay, the head is moving suspiciously. Let's say goodnight to Yuna and bring in Waka temporarily. He can just protect us from the venom attack. I don't know if Waka's limit will do a whole lot because he's not got piercing. There's probably no point in saying that with the arms out. So we'll get rid of the arms first of all. Ah, good, we get 2 attacks with Lulu. It's pretty handy, isn't it? 2 arms, 2 attacks. That's why I recommend keeping haste on her. Those arms do not last long. Right then, might have to go for a power break here, because his physical attack goes from about 700 points to 300 points, which is what we like to see, it is. Let's see if I can get 12 attacks going here. Yep. I always recommend, I didn't do it on this occasion, but I always recommend that you try and enter battle with, oh there goes the head, with everybody's limit break maxed out basically. Going to get double attack here, which is nice to see. Waka's in the yellow, but that's no problem, he should survive at least one more attack if necessary, and we can switch him out. possibly to Yuna. Got a bit of Oran action here. To be honest, I think he's going down anyway. There we go, we get an overkill as well. And that's how you handle the Sinspawn Gui. He doesn't quite look dead, does he? I wonder if that means we're going to be facing him again in a moment.
Look out!
Surprise, surprise, look who's not dead. But look who's going to come and help us defeat this monster. Yeah, it's Seymour himself. And we'll also have Oran and Yuna in battle.
Stand back, Lady Yuna.
Yes.
So the boss has regenerated, this time with 6,000 hit points instead of 12,000. Seymour can basically do most of the damage here. So we're going to fire at the arms as per usual. And in all honesty, this battle is pretty much going to be a formality. He's not any harder than he was previously. So we're going to have Yuna on healing, of which there is none to do at the minute. Well, actually I say that, Oran didn't heal up from the last battle, so we'll get that cure going there. Getting a nice thunder attack, aren't we? Lucky. There's no point using Oran for much at the moment. Get rid of the other arm. I think it's got quite a high magic stat, has Seymour. 1400 points of damage of fire is not too bad at all, is it really? Can we power break the head? No, we can't. Okay. Well, I think we're going to have to bring Yuna into the fray. So we're going to bring Ifrit out. The Grand Summon. And we'll see if he can take care of the head for us. Deals fire damage to all enemies. Yes, please. Wow, the summons just look awesome in this game, don't they? They really do. And I think the head is no more. 3,000 points of damage apiece. That's pretty awesome. I mean, this guy doesn't look happy about what we've just done to him. Problem with casting the overdrives is that you then can't do much else for a while. But we've got another overdrive, so I say let's cast it again. This should get rid of the arms at the very least. So Seymour's not doing all that much. Sadly as well, he's dead now, the boss. It's the only way to... the only time you have to get to Seymour's overdrive ability if you get it built up. But we're not going to. Why? Because the boss is dead. And he is dead this time. Look at that. And wow, do we get a lot of AP. Woohoo! Seymour gets 9 levels, which is annoying because we don't get to use him. But we also get 6 level 1 key spheres, which is nice. And of course an alert bangle.
The others!
Right, so we've had another Sin attack, which isn't too charming, but that's the way of the world at the moment, it seems. I want to save, but I can't. That's annoying. In fact, I can't seem to do a whole lot here, in all honesty. So, can we talk to people?
What's going on? Why? What's going on?
Don't you run away from me!
Everyone,
You won't hurt it. Your powers are still too weak.
But I must do something.
You can't.
I have no idea what I was thinking when I ran after Sin that day. Before I knew what I was doing, there I was, chasing him down like a thief at market. Maybe I was angry. Maybe I wanted to go home. I kept thinking of Zanarkand and my old man.
What?
They say you don't practice anymore, that you're gonna retire.
Let them talk. I'm still the best.
They say you're no good because you drink all the time.
I can quit drinking whenever I want.
Then do it now.
What did you say?
You just said you can.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Why not today?
Why do today what you can leave for tomorrow? There he goes again, crying.
I thought I sensed my old man there. Somewhere. Or maybe it was just Sin's toxin playing tricks on my mind. How many died today? People die and Yuna dances. When will she stop dancing? When will it stop? Yuna won't stop dancing. Not until Sin is gone. Those were my thoughts then, I think.
I see you're still here.
Huh?
Many stories ended here today. But yours goes on, I see.
What? Sin had come and gone, but I remained here.
And at last we get access to a save point. Well, this has actually been the first real break that I've had the opportunity to finish the episode. So thanks for putting up with me for 40 minutes. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That will keep you updated with future episodes when they're released. Hit that like button as well if this video has been helpful to you. the more people that hit like, the quicker the next episode will be uploaded, so just bear that in mind. Thanks to everybody who's joined me today. I've been your host, Fuzzfinger, and I'll see you next time for more Final Fantasy X. Bye everyone.